So I'm here at Collision Conference with Director X. How are you doing?
I'm great, brother. How you feeling?
I'm great. I'm great. Can you tell us a little about what you're doing here, what your speech was about here at the Collision Conference?
I was invited to come talk. I did my talk, Message to the Man Who Shot Me. You can actually watch it on TEDx. If you message the man who shot me, you'll see Director X. And I talk about the incident where I was shot and how that led me to really thinking about how we can make a difference when it comes to mass violence, gun violence. And what I found was that we're not addressing the brain with the decision to be violent and where that comes from. So there's a bunch of studies that have found people who are aggressive, violent and aggressive, that when they looked at their brain, there were regions of the brain that were different than the average person. Their amygdala was overactive and their prefrontal cortex. So the amygdalas were emotions are regulated, and the prefrontal cortex, where decisions happen, lacked volume, and their amygdala was overactive. Okay, so then I found another set of studies that found that children who are abused and neglected, there's a bunch of regions of the brain that are also traumatized, and amongst those regions of the brain is the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex. So it's a very clear line, and we know this, that you don't just run around shooting people because you feel like it. You got there somehow. And so the science really backs up that it's the childhood that leads to that kind of adulthood. And then a bunch of other studies I found that have proven that meditation, it affects a bunch of regions of the brain, and amongst them, the amygdala, which it calms, and the prefrontal cortex, where it gains volume, gains gray matter. So we can repair the damage that has been done since childhood, and help people in their decision-making process.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible stuff. Yeah, and so as a filmmaker, filmmakers and artists have a lot of say in what gets put on the screen and what everybody's watching. How much of a pull and how important do you think that is for filmmakers and artists to be conscientious of these kind of things when they're making their videos and songs?
It's important because you can add layers to things. Perhaps you have a script and it's about a violent person. Well, then you can say, look, this is a childhood. You can bring this knowledge to these things, and try your best to at least make something that's honest, as opposed to something that's portraying this state of mind or this behavior as something that it's not.
Cool. So the world is definitely moving. We're much more conscientious of mental health and all those kind of issues. You think that's something that the music industry is doing a good job of tackling in 2019? You think there's lots of work there? Or where do you
a lot more than before. There's a lot of artists that are now saying, hey, mental health is a thing. And I believe Imagine Dragons, that might be the group, who really address it in their music and in their shows. So, yeah, we're definitely, when I was coming up, no one spoke about it.
Right.
So, yeah, we're definitely in a much better space, and people are talking about it now. It's good.
And just in regards to the filmmaking aspect of what you do you have any advice for young filmmakers who are trying to come into the world? You do a lot of both commercial and music stuff. What kind of directions are easiest for new filmmakers to get into, and what advice do you have for anybody coming into?
Go and shoot, man. Go shoot what you're interested in. If you want to make commercials, go make your own, spec commercials. You want to make music videos, go make music videos. You have the technology now with the phones and the cameras and editing equipment right on your computer. You can do anything. You can make really amazing, great, beautiful work with the things you have in your hands right now. So go do it.
Cool. That kind of beats me to the next question. So we are at a tech conference, and tech is wildly changing the world of filmmaking. What are some of the downsides, or some of the biggest downsides, and some of the biggest upsides that you see technology changing as well?
The downsides to technology, I don't know.
There are any.
With the downside to technology, things that we do not address is radiation. Cell phone radiation, Wi-Fi radiation. Now that they have 5G coming in, there's a lot of scientists who say this is not good. And it is widely ignored, and people treat you like you're a conspiracy theorist. But all you need to do is get on the internet and punch in scholarly studies. Cell phone radiation, it is affecting us. So me personally, my phone, unless I made a mistake, but there you go, airplane mode. That's the key. I do not have my phone in my pocket when it's in when the cell signal's on. Whenever I can, I turn off the cell phone signal and put on the Wi-Fi, and yeah, that's how I do it. So I think those are the drawbacks of our technology. The benefits are amazing. You have access to all the knowledge mankind has right now in the palm of your hand. You can shoot amazing high quality videos. You can make, look at King Batch, a friend of mine. I'm always amazed at what he's managed to turn his phone into. Making movies and making comedy. It's hilarious. Like there's really, the sky's the limit when it comes to what technology can allow you to do. Just put your phone on airplane mode when you're not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful advice.
I just wanted to, if you could all touch on your own mental health a little bit, how it's affected you and how you deal with that.
Yeah. For me, I have found meditation to be a really great tool. Definitely can control my emotions much better. My decision, just in general, meditation is just a really great practice to get involved in for yourself. And then as you become, improve yourself, you're a little more enjoyable to be around for other people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a great benefit. And I have found, that's why I've made meditation my initiative. My program is called Operation Prefrontal Cortex. The website is www.op-pfc.com. The Instagram is op.pfc. And check us out, see what we're doing. Donate. GoFundMe, gofundme.com/op-pfc.com. We're raising money for a pilot program where we are going to be about 5 schools, elementary, middle school, high school, start meditation programs, gather that data, and get it out into the world. Really push to have this as something that we all do all over the place.
Amazing. Okay, and last question I'm going to ask you here. So I know a lot of people try to get into meditation but give up very quickly. There's many different forms. What do you kind of suggest for people finding the one that fits for them?
Very simple. You get on Google, you Google how to meditate,
Yep.
and you start going through styles that work for you. And if that style doesn't work, we'll find another one.
Yeah.
There's transcendental, there's mantras, there's all kinds of different styles of meditation. Find the one that works for you.
Amazing. Cool. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Robert.